Okay, so it's been a while since my last video. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a special part that I ordered. I ordered it Tuesday. It shipped the same day and it got to me today, which is Thursday, which is pretty incredible for $5 priority mail shipping. This specific part is for my MacBook, the original MacBook Core Duo, super old. Well, let's go ahead and get this thing open, show you what's inside. Now, this is a rare part that can cost, well, lots of money other places. I paid $42 for this part. It costs about $130 from another retailer. I'll get into that in just a minute after I open this thing up. Okay, so I got a free bag of shredded newspaper. Okay, parts list, and here is the part. This is well, it's a rare part, something that took me a while to track down. Get the stupid tape off of it. Come on. There it goes. $42 this cost me. That's steal. Okay. Have you figured out what it is yet? This is a 9.5 millimeter, 9.5 millimeter hard drive bay. It is SATA. So it converts my hard drive from, well, it's SATA, but on this connection, if you notice, this is a PATA connection, P-A-T-A. So what that means is I can put this inside my MacBook drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my optical super drive and put in a hard drive. This hard drive right here is a test drive. It's a 60 gig drive. I'm just going to test it with this one. But ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a 64 gigabyte super fast SSD solid state drive, and I'm going to put my 320 gig in this optical bay. The procedure for removing the optical bay, or removing the optical drive, is going to be a real pain in the ass. But once it's all done, I'm going to have a super fast MacBook with both a hybrid SSD and as well a standard hard drive. So look for my video after I get the whole thing, swapped out, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Now, a little bit of thing, like I said, you can get the drive, you can get this drive bay for $130. $130 at OptiBay. It's called the MCE OptiBay. This is not the MCE OptiBay. This is a $42 generic version that does exactly the same thing. And I got it from newmodeus.com. newmodeus.com. It shipped in 2 days, basically, for $5. So they also have a SATA to SATA version at 9.5 millimeters. So it would work on the new MacBook unibodies. Personally, I would look into it a little bit more. I have not seen anyone do this yet. So, like I said, this whole thing is going to be a hack getting it together. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to cut any metal to make sure it fits. This is not for the consumer that does not want to do any hard work. This is going to take some time and effort to get that in there. So without any further ado, I'm going to take my MacBook apart and get dual hard drives going in there. So thanks for watching. Okay, so this is my MacBook with 2 hard drives after the swap of my internal super drive. So here you can see this is the ATA bus. You can see that this is showing up as a hard drive. So let me go ahead and show you real quick on my desktop. You'll see I have a Mactop, which is the internal 320 gigabyte drive, Boot Camp, which is a partition off that drive, and then Untitled is the second hard drive. So the full swap took about half an hour. You can see over here I've got you can see it says RAM door 2. I basically drew little areas and put the screws there, drew an area, labeled it, put the screw. So this is my MacBook after the basically hard drive installation. This is my super drive, so you can see that I did in fact swap it out. I did not have to modify the enclosure, the what do you call it, the drive caddy, the one I ordered. I said earlier in the video that I might have had to modify it. The only modification I had to do was rip off this plastic piece. For instance, it was like attached to the front of the drive, or the caddy. It's plastic. I basically just busted it off. Since this does not have a faceplate, this one did, or the caddy did, so I just removed it, and it was a complete swap. It went in no problem, perfect fit, and I'll post some pictures in this video real quick so you can see what it looked like with my MacBook torn apart. I did not videotape my MacBook getting torn apart because, well, I personally didn't feel like it, because it was already pretty nerve-wracking to begin with. But here you go. You can see it's showing up in the ATA bus as a 60 gigabyte drive, and then on serial ATA you can see my other drive showing up. It did have to spool up when I clicked ATA, so the drive is sleeping like normal, meaning I will get the power save function. So that means if I boot off of an SSD, the ATA drive will sleep, which is good news. Unfortunately, there is no way to force the option. I have not looked into it yet, but I can eject the drive, which unfortunately when I eject it, that will do exactly what you think. It will eject the drive and I will have to reboot to remount it. I could add a physical switch to turn off the drive, but that is kind of a pain. So personally, having the drive sleep by itself is good enough for me. I have 95% battery remaining, and it estimates at 2 hours 56 minutes. That's with Wi-Fi and full brightness turned on. So expect more of these videos to come. I will post my full conclusion on IamTheKiller.net, along with links to the exact hardware I used, and then hopefully I will be able to get an SSD, and I will write about that too. So that's it. You can see I have just a regular MacBook from 2006, and it's getting the biggest upgrade it's ever had. So thanks for watching.